late. Got in a little bit late today. So I'm just getting the video pulled up here so I can see it. But I'm right here. You gotta give me half a shake here. Yeah.
What?
It still says upcoming.
I know what you got to do.
I don't know.
You just have to close out of
Okay.
YouTube.
Hey, so we weren't gonna really. I was thinking about doing a live today, but I think I'm gonna try to take the bridge apart, part of the bridge apart. So the elevated track apart. So this is gonna be interesting. I think I'm just gonna do it on the table over here. So we'll reset up the camera in just a little bit here and see what we can do as far as getting that that cut apart.
Okay.
Let's see here. I'm a little, just say right there.
Well,
I'm a little, oh yeah, well, we're about to take the whole bridge apart anyway, so it doesn't
that
really
doesn't
matter.
really matter, does it?
I'm gonna see here. Let me take a look here. Oh boy, I thought I had this glued with like the open end of the girder onto the lower part, but I don't. I have the closed end of the girder onto that. So that's a good solid piece to a solid piece. So this is going to prove to be really interesting. So,
Isaac says hi.
Hey, Isaac. So you're going to see me try to disassemble something today.
Crochet Lady also says hi.
Hey. Oh boy. All right. Well, anyway, so that's what we're doing today. Tomorrow. With all those wonderful stars that were donated on, was that yesterday or Friday? Friday. My son, when he goes down, he's going to run some errands with his mother tomorrow. They're going to pick up more of these.
James says, good morning, this is my first live stream.
Oh, good morning.
Isaac
Yes.
Isaac asked, did you see what I sent you?
Yes. We did. And we're trying to figure out a few options to shoot you. We got the size, we got what type of printer you have. So just let you know we have. We're trying to figure something out, but we will get back to you later today or tomorrow about it. So just give us a couple days to try to figure something out on that. We were talking about it this morning, but we'll get it all figured out. So just give us a little more time on it, and then we'll get in touch with you with some options and things.
He says, okay.
Okay. All right. So for the new person that's here, Gabe, why don't you just do a quick pan around before we start doing the work? We're in our layout. We're in a 9x7 layout in scale. This is what we've been building now for about 8-9 months. These are all of our skyscrapers. We've just started to paint stuff recently. We've got our big 4 ones behind us. We've got our Artemis complex. We've got our unnamed. We've got our Titan. We've got our Gemini over here. We got our Alexandria huge hotel right here. We got the Gemini Convention Center. Here's one of our stations over here. Our other station's right here. What we're taking apart today is this huge bridge right here. We were going to have this right here, but we have decided to, we're going to make that more of the Skid Row area instead. And we're reconfiguring the whole top second level of this, the pink area. So in order to do that, I've got to take this bridge apart because I need to salvage it as much as I can. I'm really hoping I can, but I'm usually pretty good at my gluing, so we'll just have to wait and see. I hope it just kind of pops with the X-Acto blade, but we're going to have to see. I'm sure I'm going to have to do some repair work. I know other things are probably going to pop off and stuff, but I'm going to try to do it with as minimal amount of damage as I can possibly do today.
Hokey says, I'm new here. What are we building, Lance and Gabe? Well, this is the opposite of building today.
Yeah, this is
Destruction day.
yeah, this is destruction. Who said that?
Demolition. Okie.
Oh, okay. Yes. You know our elevated track. So that is being cut apart today. So yeah, there's just I look at it and I just think, oh man. So we're gonna. I'm not exactly sure exactly how I'm gonna get the X-Acto blade in there because I'm probably gonna have to lay the thing on its side. And then I don't know about getting the blade in between there. So this is gonna be interesting. All right. I think I have enough room. You visit for a minute while I get my table ready.
Okay.
Because I'm gonna have to move paints out of the way and all kinds of stuff.
So, hey, y'all.
This is my son.
Yes.
He's the one that actually has printed everything that you see. I do the design work of what I want, then I give it to him, then he designs the files. And then he prints them, and then I do assemblies and all the painting. But
Yeah.
today, we are going to be, I gotta get these out of the way.
We're taken down or elevated,
Yes.
splitting it in two,
Yes.
so we're gonna be reusing everything
Yes.
if
that's
we
why-
can.
Well, we're gonna reuse about, I'll get it fixed
Mm-hmm.
one way or another. We are going to be reusing 80-90% of it. I will not waste that much printing and that much time
Yeah.
and not be able to save it.
So if there's anything you guys want to talk about, you know I'm always here.
Yeah. And I can't find my X-Acto blade. What is going on here? Down here? Maybe down here.
Oh, what's that?
Ah, here it is.
There.
Okay. I'm just trying to make some room on this table because these two sections, even though this is in two sections, it's incredibly long. So, I need my cardboard for cutting. Where's my cardboard for cutting?
Oki says I'm able to hear, but not too much watching. I'm cutting trees at the ranch, not mowing today. Oh my goodness.
We were just thinking you were probably going to be mowing today. So it's funny that it isn't. So, all right.
We have good banter, so
Yeah, we do. Okay.
train talk.
I'm just going to use this guy right here.
Yeah.
Okay, so here we go.
All right.
We move this kind of down this way a little bit. Is that off the middle? That's off the middle.
Yeah.
All right.
I says, by the way, my ranch, my friend's was actually a part of ACL back in the day.
Oh, good old Atlantic coastline. All right, let's see if I can actually put this on the table. I'll get this out of the way. These little guys
Excuse me,
out of the way
y'all.
so
I'm
you've got
wiping the
room.
camera.
Huh?
I'm wiping the camera. There we go. That's
Oh,
better.
kind of
A little bit.
a little bit. Okay. All right.
Oh, Jeff says hi.
Hey, Jeff. So let's see what we can do here. I may wind up having to use cutters.
All right, should I set up the camera
Go
here?
ahead and set it up now while I try to figure this out.
All right.
I don't know.
You can now see our struggles.
Yeah, this is not gonna be. This is
Easy or fun?
Not, yeah, this is not gonna be either one. All right.
Jeff says, what's up?
We are trying to disassemble this. I need to get this half off because we're going to reuse all of this up above. We've gone from doing a double level elevated track to a single. Hard part is I probably really glued this really, really well, thinking I was never going to be doing anything with it ever again.
He asks why.
Because we've changed our whole... man.
The way we're gonna do this.
We've changed our whole way we're going to do this. Yeah, it's going to be, now it's going to be 2 tracks with well, it's the piece over. We'll show it again after a while.
Yeah.
There's the extra piece that goes on top. So I'm going to see what I can do here. I really hope I can salvage this. Oh, hey, hey. That'd probably be the only one that goes that easy. And it's going to make me really happy thinking it's going to go easy, and then it's not going to go easy. Ooh. I got to make sure I cut the right one too. Well, we are getting there.
He says use a Dremel.
I could, but I'd have a hard time getting it in here. These areas with all these little bits around it and stuff. I was thinking that, but I think this is going to be okay.
I know I'm probably gonna have to paint the tops of these girders again, but that's all right. Because we had a bit of an accident with this bridge the other day. My son was filming and he hit the bridge and he broke a couple of legs to it.
Yeah.
So I knew I was gonna have to do
Something.
some repair work anyway.
But this just worked out.
This just worked out, yep. Well, that went a lot faster than trying to use the X-Acto blade.
Jeff says I have lots of cutting blades and grinding blades on mine.
Yep, I got a few too. It's just how I would have to get in here and get around the beam. And this just pop, 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 and I'm done. Now I gotta flip this around without breaking off all of my little fine pieces. I'm gonna back this out over here. Bring this right back in here. There's one of the legs that got broken in the filming that I'll get taken care of. So now we'll just, nice. Yeah, that one took a little bit of that bridge out. I'll have to fix that. That's all right. The one that got broken,
Uh-huh.
something happened to the end of it there.
Oh.
But I'll get it. Fortunately, it's not on the feet to make it uneven. So anything else can be fixed. I mean, I could fix that too, but it would be a little harder to do. There we go.
Icon asks if you're making Blue Streak from Cedar Point, the roller coaster.
Oh, no, this is just an elevated track. All right, so this is
It
the
looks
top.
like it, but yeah.
Yeah. All right, so before I flip this over.
But Jeff says I was on live earlier.
Oh, okay. This is one that had a.
Oh, Willem sent a gold coin for 10 jewels.
Well, thank you. We'll just keep adding it to the tree fund.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He says, hey.
Hey, thank you very much.
Yeah.
We had a bunch of people on Friday do that. Man, it got us enough to get through quite a few trees that are going to be up here in front of this thing, actually. I'll show you here in a minute. I may have to Dremel that down just to get it flat. We'll see. It's all the glue residue. I know it's going to look terrible up here, but I'll just throw a little more paint on it. I may wind up, because I'm going to have to glue a lot of pieces back together on this from the damage from the filming. And so I'll probably just put another coat, overall general coat, on the whole thing. After I get everything glued back in place and looking good.
Jeff said I have my usual 3 to start, and I dropped down to 0, so I'm thinking no more live streaming.
Oh, well, it happens. Okay, well, let's see here.
Willem says trees make a layout look way better, that's why I donate.
Ah, thank you. Yeah, that's exactly where they're going to. I'll show you guys here in just a little bit where that's headed.
Yeah.
So, all right. So that looks pretty good.
Oki says, hey, do I hear 20 jewels?
No, we're very appreciative of whatever you guys said. It's great. We just put all of it right back in. Now, what's going on here? What is that? Why is that so short? Oh, that was the bottom. Okay. I forgot I had, this was the bottom right here, so I may have to cut these off and put some on
You'll need to replace
to replace those with the regular legs. So, okay, I'll just have to remember that. Yeah. Okay, so how does this look on the other side? Just get this out of the way, and this is a leg that has to be repaired. I'm going to have to do some work right there anyway. And, oh, that's all right. This is actually not too bad right here on the top. So I think it'll be just a quick little spot of paint right down here. Replace that, fix that, we're good to go. Excellent. So I'll show you where these are going. Let me put this one up here, and then we'll kind of get this out of the way. That way I can do the other half. Oh, this is much nicer, Gabe.
Is it?
You know, because we had to make these narrower.
Yeah.
Oh, this is gonna give us much more green park space.
Oh, good.
This is gonna look great.
Then
We're gonna have,
our original frame that we tried doing?
yeah, there's so much more park now.
Good.
And it's taller by a lot.
So plenty of clearance for cars and stuff.
Everything, this is what needed to be done.
Street running and stuff.
Yeah, that's what we had to do.
Yep. Willem says it's also to support you guys.
Well, thank you.
So yeah, thank you.
Everything that we just, otherwise we go really slow because this is all just done on a budget, as everybody's is, and we appreciate everything everybody donates. Because it just allows us to keep rolling with this. So I'm going to show you here what this is going to look like. Oh, that's going to look so good. Yes, okay. So, let me get the camera. I'll show you what we got now. All right, so now here was the older girder work that we had before that I did originally, way back when. Here's the new one. You can see how much taller it is. Look at the distance. Let's see here. Yeah, it's good, probably almost 1.5 1.75 inches up. So it's more natural. And look how nice this looks on top of all this girder work. You can see there, we're going to put a second one of these right here with the railing on the back side. So we're going to have both of these. We're going to have two of these running this entire length, these the decking like that, running the entire length. Two of them so we can run double main lines up here. See, what we had before was the lower one was only going to be about this high off the ground, so we weren't going to be able to have anything come through. The other thing I'm going to be able to do is I'm going to have street running eventually, but right now I will. I'm going to go ahead and put the streets in, and later I'll take the streets up and cut them and put the track in. I can actually do that now, so later when I want to expand it a little bit, we can have street running. We can have just a single line coming underneath here, and that'll look really good going down this main street that we'll have running under this entire thing. So by going higher with this and narrower, and then now you can see, look how, I'll line this up here so you can see how much we're going to gain for our park up front. All right, we gain another full inch. So look how far this goes back now versus what this is. So now we're going to be able to put a lot of trees, a lot of grass, everything along here. We're going to have a little pond, a little stream, the whole works, all running back through here. So narrowing it and making it taller is so much better because now you can actually see the entrances that go to the buildings. As we'll have sidewalk back here that'll be that the beams will sit on both sides with the road between. So that's exactly what I was hoping it was going to look like. I wasn't for sure, but it is.
Hard to please. Did you tell those building tenants that they would get train noise?
No, we didn't. But you know, that's the cost of easements. You know that city has easements, and they just take the land and do whatever they want to with them. So we're doing the same thing. But I think that's going to look good. Here, Gabe, show this from back there, and then you can set it back up where it was. Yeah. Show how tall that is now versus the other against the big buildings.
Wow.
Isn't that much nicer?
That is so much better.
Versus what we had with this.
Jeez.
Yeah, I mean, look at the difference of that. That's going to look great with having the trains rumbling through town like that right here. The best part about this, guys, is we've probably got enough right here in these bridge sections to do probably the straight section we need there. We've got most of this right here. And with this one right here, over here, we probably have, with the fill-in with these guys, we are going to have enough straight sections. And we've already got the curve section built. I'm going to go ahead and cut that apart today too, because I just got to cut these short ones off right here, and we'll be able to come on around the corners.
Hard to please says I smell a stop work order lawsuit.
Yeah.
Yeah, Willem says that's going to make the layout real and a little calm with the trees and ponds. On my layout, I put rocks and smaller rocks and grass in areas that you can't do anything with.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And the thing about this is now over here on this side, I can place this guy anywhere I want to put it over here because I'm not dealing with a curve right here. I can back the curve up right here and I can bring it along right next to the station and have an elevator and stuff right here where you can have interchanges between the stations. So that, plus then being able to put all of the buildings back behind instead of having the tracks run behind because we were dealing with this curve. So I'll be able to keep everything cleaned a lot easier by being able to do this. I think that's going to look great having this split between the station and our big buildings. It'll be right there. So this is going to be perfect. We just should have done this in the original,
Yeah.
in the first place.
I
So-
gotta check something.
Okay.
Okay, set it back up here.
Yeah, go right ahead.
All right. What is that?
What is what?
What's that? Oh, it's your glasses. The reflection down on the thing.
Oh,
I thought it
sorry.
was hair.
Oh. So let me see if I can get this big guy out of the way, back up in there. I'm just trying to get some stuff out of the way here. We got a lot of stuff back here. We can bring that stuff forward. Bring the gray. All right, let's see what I can do here. Let's see. I know I'm probably gonna have to move a few things. That's all right. As long as I get it close to being down on the ground here, I'll be happy. What do we got? What are we on? What are we on? A few things here. Something right there. There we go. Wiggle that down in there. We are. Now we're back. Now we're back flush for the most part. I'll get the station out of the way later and I'll get this actually set in place where it needs to be set in place. Perfect. Okay. All right, so let's get the other one cut apart and then we'll get the curve cut apart and we'll line stuff up.
USS Liberty says, did you hear that new Tom Green song? It's actually really good.
No, I have not heard. I'm not sure who Tom Green is.
Willem asks, will you do something like the Seattle Space Needle on the layout?
We are going to have some other interesting buildings on here. I'm not sure what, but we might have something like that. Okay, so here's the other guy that I got to cut apart. I'm just thinking I may just, well, all I got to do is replace a beam here and here. I don't know if that's in the focus area or not.
It looks like it.
All I got to do is replace the beam here and here and pop that off. I'll probably just go ahead and do that. Versus
The Avengers of Smokey and the Bandit asks, why are you cutting it up?
we decided not to go with a double elevated, is what we decided to do. And now that we've done it, now that I'm sitting down here lower and looking up, here, and then we can set it back in place. Now that I've got it disassembled, and you can see how that looks really good. Let me get this one out of the way because this one's no longer here. Let's get that. That was the old one, which was shorter and wider. This one's narrower and taller, which gives us more park space in front. And it just looks better in there against the buildings. So it was just a decision to be made. I was not sure exactly what I was going to do with everything here. But now that I've got this, I'm glad, because that's going to look great when running trains, having the lower ones, having the upper ones, and then having beautiful trees, which, like we said, everybody that donated on Friday, we're going to buy the rest of these. These we got at Hobby Lobby. We're going to pick up more tomorrow. So you're going to have basically tons of trees like that sitting right on top here, up to the bottom of that. You'll be able to see what you'll be able to see through. I mean, it's not going to be solid trees, but it's going to look beautiful. So this was just a decision to be made. Plus, this way also too, I can have a road underneath here to where eventually I'll have street running with the recessed track and the road, and we can have a road that goes the entire way underneath here. So it was just one of those things. The double would have set this thing up at about this height right here, given the reduction in the height, and it would have been too much. Plus, I wouldn't have been able to have had anything underneath. So it was just one of those things where it was just a call. We just made a call on it, and we figured that's pretty good. Now you can see back here how that's going to look coming behind the station, between the station and the big skyscrapers, the two big skyscrapers we're going to have back behind right here. That's going to look really good right there, and it still gives me a lot of space back here for the footprint for the two tall skyscrapers. And we'll put like I said, we'll put an elevator in from here. right here down, probably on this side so that it just drops off right in front of the station. So it just makes a good spot for passenger trains to stop. I'll get that fixed, get those longer legs on there. And again, we'll probably just follow the road. Road will probably just stay underneath it, curves over here and just stays underneath it the whole way. So it'll make a good main road underneath that. So I think that's going to look, yeah. So I'm just going to go ahead and finish cutting this apart. So I'm going to set this back up. You want to take a look here? Okay, make sure that's back where it needs to be. I think it is. Yep. Is that all right?
Yeah, there we go.
Okay. So now where was I cutting? Oh yeah. I remember what I'm doing. And like I said, I know I'm gonna break pieces off. So it just is what it is. Gotta turn this around. I think like, yeah, it doesn't really matter, I guess. No, we're just gonna go upright. Yeah, don't like this. Okay, so let's see. Got to make sure I keep doing the right ones. How did I do this just a minute ago? Was I upside down? Maybe I was upside down. Yeah, it's upside down. Okay, because then I can see where I need to be with this. Oh, here we go.
Willem says, hey guys, I'm heading to work on my land. It was great to be here.
Oh, glad you joined us, Willem. Thanks again for coming along. And again, I'll touch all this up. I'll do a quick little spray on the two that there's going to be the open areas from the glue. All right. And actually, you guys are going to get to see quite a bit of this change here in a minute, because we'll put this on the other side, back behind those buildings. And like I said, we're pretty much going to have, that's going to leave me, I'll probably have to use, let me see, I'm probably going to have to use about this much of it to hook up here, have that the rest of the way down. No big deal there. In fact, I'll probably go ahead and do that while we're here. I'll figure out where I need to have it for the curve. We'll put the curve in place first, move things down, see what we need to have. Okay, let's just get this done first. I'm getting ahead of myself. This one's really glued well. Put a lot more glue here on this one. There we go. Some of these will take some repair work, like I said. All right, 2 more to go. Okay. Woo, there we go. All right, so this one, I'm going to sit down on the floor. And then you're going to be able to see up here where the skid row is, how much room this gives us now for more buildings. And I'm going to make the shelf a little bit wider too. You know what? I'm going to put this one, since it's a good one, over here. Get this out of the way. And I'll be able to see what it looks like behind the buildings. I need to get this. Watch Alexandria. I don't know what that's on. I'll get that figured out here in a minute. I got to cut these curves apart too. What am I on over here? What's up? All right, I'm just trying to get this. Just keep doing your work. Not working. the edge. About right here. There we go. Perfect. Okay, I'll show you all this in a little bit. There we go. Okay. All right. So, this one I have to get, because I have to have this curve for over here. Is this a 90? Yes. Okay. Same thing. Get paint off this. All right. Now we'll see what we can do here. This way? Yes, okay. And I've got all the extra pieces for this. Good grief. That's great. I did not want to cooperate. I'll have to file that and get that fixed. It was really glued. Okay. Flip it around. I have all the girder pieces that are the supports here, along with the V girders as well. So they're already printed. They're actually sitting in a big stack right over there. So this is going to come together really, really quick now. I don't keep having these ones that are really super, super glued. I'm having to cut the resin instead of the joint. Okay, get rid of that.
Roomless says, oh yeah.
Yep, demolition day. I'll have to work on these bases a little later. We're just going to get this up in the general area so we can see how this is going to look. I think that is too much. I just think all I got to do is trim this just a little bit. Yeah, that's pretty good. I have to add a little piece right there, but that's no big deal. And that was the same way. I was just working on. So let's get this. Yeah, it's definitely the PLA versus the glue. Made it really melty. A good word. Okay, so I'm going to set this up there in this corner. I'm going to have to figure out if I'm going to be able to run Broadway. I'll probably run Broadway right between these two beams. I'll put half the road here, half the road there. So I'm going to line it up with that as the idea. And we'll see how we can make this look. Okay, I need to move these cars out of the way. Need to move these out of the way, this out of the way, that out of the way, that out of the way, this out of the way. Okay, so we're going to put this right back here. So I'm going to need to put, oh, that'll work. I'm going to need to move this down now. About like this. Somewhere about here, like that. Almost got it. I just have that sort of pile of garbage up here. Well, it's not garbage, it's bits and pieces from other things that I'm working on. As you all know, that's how it goes on layouts. Okay. Let's give that a try. See if I can get that. Well, there we go. That's sitting flat now, for the most part. Okay. All right. So now we'll come to here with this. That's actually pretty good. Bring this back out to about right here. I'll bring this out to about right here. We glue all those legs later. Okay, so here's what's happened now. Quick. So here's this coming up, connects up right here, and then that goes back behind there, and I had to get everything cleaned out behind because it's an absolute mess. But this is pretty well lined up, pretty close to where that's going to be. I can probably push this back just a little bit further. But now I can see how long I'm going to have a section here for. Yes?
The crochet lady wants me to hold the camera and follow you while you're doing this.
Okay.
While you're pointing at stuff. Are you still pointing at stuff?
In a second. What I'm going to do now is make some room here. So I need this piece down here. All right. So that back there, show them that back there. That's where that other piece was back there. From the bottom half of the top half of this section is what that is. So now all I've got to do is do some curve work back here to bring this around right here. And we're going to see what we need here as far as the length goes to get to here. So I'm gonna have to go, it's either gonna have to come in or go out. It doesn't have to go out much, so I'll probably go out. Let's see if we can go just kind of like that. That'll still give you plenty of room for the big skyscrapers back behind. But if I do that like that, I can probably get pretty close to button this up right here. There. And then get this kind of wrapped around like this. Get that back here where that's supposed to go like that. Where it goes right there. And then we'll bring this right to about here. That's pretty good. That allows me to have a road in the front of the station, along with an elevator and a walkover, and room for the two big skyscrapers back behind. And I have this butted up to right here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut right here. I'm going to cut that free, and I'm just going to butt that piece right up to it right there. Well, no, I'm going to have to come this way just a little bit more, because I don't have this quite in the right spot. I need to come down to about right, because we got to make that curve going towards the back over there. So I need to be able to make a curve that's going to go right here. This is going to get pushed back a little bit further, about another 2 inches. So I'll be able to curve this and bring it around and go that way with it. That's about where I'm going to need to have that. So then we can actually bring this back to here, which means I can bring this back to here and narrow this up a little bit more right to there. There we go. That will do it. So I need to cut this guy right here, and then I can just do these. I have a couple of these where they're butted up double, which will be fine because it'll look like it's just more of a strengthened area with a double wide girder. So I'm not worried about that. People probably won't even notice it.
So let me cut this. I'll mark this and I'll get my little saw and I'll cut this carefully, trying to salvage as much of that as I can possibly salvage. And then we'll put this in place and we'll have that across there. And I'm just going to cut this hanging down one right here. This guy right here, I'll just cut this right here all the way across. That'll work. So I need to do, let's make a mark here. Pencil, 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 pencil. Well, here we go. So I need to cut this all the way across. Yes, okay. That'll take care of that, and then I need to cut this side right here. That'll almost get us done. You know, I think maybe I'll, yeah. I think
What's
that's-
up?
Nothing. I think that's pretty good. Because I just don't know what I'm going to need here, and I'm going to need a curve. We've got these right here. So any straight pieces I need to get back over here, we can do a build out of this. And I'm going to have a couple more pieces on the back side here to get out to the edge. So I think we've got plenty of those now. I'm probably going to need, let's see, one, we'll go curve like this. We're going to need one, probably two, probably three of these. And we've got 10, so that gives me 6. That gives me 2 more of those. So 1, perfect. That'll do it. We got everything we need for those big pieces.
Yay.
Now look, here, show this. This is what this did for us now. This is now completely cleared off of here. So I'll add about 2 inches over here on the side like I did over here. And we'll be able to do more of this kind of stuff, the slums, the Skid Row area, we'll be able to do on the back side right here with the track splitting it. So obviously we're going to have chain link fence down both sides with barriers from where the streets you can't go through anymore. And we'll have a couple of pedestrian walkovers. We'll build some bridges that go over like that. That'll look really good. So this just opens this up. It gets rid of that wall we had right there that was a real big distraction. So we're good now. You know, we might be able to even use, we've got this printed. So I might be able to figure out what I need that'll leg.
Now, Oki says, I'll notice it now that you told us.
What's that?
Whatever you're talking about?
Oh, doing this stuff?
Yeah.
That it's open? Yeah. So now I can probably, like, to get my curve, oh yeah, this one section right here will probably get me straight, a couple of straights, and then I can use these guys right here, because it has to be a 90. Obviously, I can use these 2 guys right here, do this, cut here, and I should be able just to span between the 2. That should work out pretty good.
Yeah.
That should take care of it. So will take care of the curves we need here, the few straight pieces that we need. That'll work. That'll be simple. We'll have this done and nothing flat now. Probably a week I'll have the entire elevated track painted, assembled, and painted. So that's going to be good.
Steve says, great hobby, just seems very relaxing. I had a train set as a kid. I'd like to get back into it. Even watching your shorts is relaxing.
Oh, well, thank you.
Thank you.
Glad you like them. With the shorts we do some from our own layout and some we get from going to train shows. But now that we're getting to this stage, you're going to see a lot more shorts, running shorts, because now we get this done. This is going to go back on both sides right here, and we're going to do a jump track that's going to go back to this back wall over here where our yards are going to be in our staging area. So we'll be able to do that and be able to get them from level to level. So we're going to be able to drop from this level right here all the way down to this level by doing our inclines on either side. So I think that that'll be pretty good. So
Since you've got him unpaper toweled, do you want to?
I could run a couple of trains just for a little bit here, yeah. Let me get this out of the way so we'll have the actual effect.
Because you got what you wanted to do done, didn't you?
Yeah, I'll make sure I'm going to be able to see my marks here for where I got to cut. So I need to get rid of all of this.
Steve says, I know it gets expensive, but it's better than me sitting in a bar.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, and actually, it depends on how you do it as to whether it's expensive or not.
because of our 3D printer, which was only a $300 outlay to begin with, which is just basically the price of a single sound engine, DCC sound engine. We bought our 3D printer. So, get all that out of the way over there. I did a refiguring this last week on how much we've spent on the layout, including benchwork, track, all of the PLA filament to print all of the buildings, not counting rolling stock, but power packs, electrical, everything you see here, all the scenery stuff, all of it. We're less than about $925 in at this stage. That's the foam, that's paints, that's everything. Track, all of it. So that's not much. That's only 3 engines. If you think about it like that, 3 to get to this point. And we've almost, now that we've got all this done to this area right here, we've got the wood we need to get over to the yards back there that are going to be on that back wall. The 1x12s that we're going to buy for back there, I priced them the other day. For what I need, it's going to be about $50. And then the extra track we're going to need to have, I'll buy it at the shows. I'll find good used pieces of track at the shows.
Steve said you made it cost effective.
We did make it cost effective.
Mm-hmm.
I'll buy a used track at the shows and I'll clean it up real well, and then I'll paint all the ties and weather them. So, maybe another $50 in track to get us to all of the yards done, and the track to get the inclines to get up to from here to the top levels and back down again. So we're probably looking at, to get both levels completely running at this stage, plus 2 more power packs, we're probably looking like another $150, maybe 200 tops. So that'll include the piece that we need back here to expand the skid row a little bit, to give ourselves some more room for buildings on the other side. So we can just have all these old rundown buildings on either side of the tracks right here. And then again, we just print all of our own buildings for that. So we're probably going to be in under $1,000 at this stage, and we'll have both levels operating. And most of the big buildings will be printed at that point too. We got 3 more large freestanding buildings over here to do, and then our background building. So probably another $100 in filament will probably get us most of our background buildings that we have yet to print, and the freestanding ones that we have to do, the 3 freestanding ones there, and the rest of this one right here. So $1,100, and we'll have everything done, and then it's just a matter of paint and scenery. And like I said, the stars that were donated both yesterday and today, we'll just keep buying the little trees, and our big park area now is going to be right here. That's going to be really cool. It's going to look gorgeous with this rock wall and some water. We'll have a little stream and a pond, and then we'll have the big tracks up here, and then we'll have the street for the cars underneath. Sidewalks on the other side for the big buildings. So we found this stuff. I didn't know Evergreen made these things this big. We got these over the past couple of weeks. They make really long sheets of styrene. There's 3 in here, and this was $14. So this right here is going to be this, and the 2 sheets that I have left over down here is what I'm going to use to build the rest of these, the deck parts that sit up on top. I should have enough styrene to do almost the entire thing, maybe 1 more package at most. And then I'll buy some more of these, and this is what I'll create the roadway system with. We'll do the same sort of thing we did here, where we'll have the cracks and everything. I'll put it right under, I'll just have this sitting on top of the roadway, and we'll have sidewalks. We'll have the beams sitting on the sidewalks, and then the road in between. And then with the dividers for the concrete, the brake lines for the concrete. So cheap. Really cheap. And now that I know you can buy this stuff in this kind of bulk at this kind of a price, I finally found something to replace the black stuff that I've had for about 10 years now that I'm starting to run out of it, the black styrene. So this will work great. I'll be able to finish everything up. That's what these platforms are made out of. So it's coming along. It is really coming along pretty fast now. So let's run a couple of trains. I make sure my tablet's out of the way. We'll run a couple of Amtraks for a little bit.
Down so you can see. Well, looky there. Look what opportunity opened.
Oh, yeah. Now there, everybody take a look at this. See, this is something I've been wanting to do, this area I wanted to do here. So we're going to make, skid row will come to about right in here, and this will start turning into dirt and fields. Right here is where I'm going to put my fuel tank in. It's going to be a fairly tall one. We'll have a dead end, we'll have a track that just kind of disappears with 2 tank cars that will kind of always leave here, stationary. This is going to be the fuel for, because right here we're going to have our platforms with our fuel arms, with those Snyder fuel arms between here and here. And we'll bring some pipes back, they'll disappear down to the ground, and then we'll have the platforms go back behind here with more fuel arms. So this is where our fuel storage tanks for our engines are going to be when they come to a stop right here for some servicing. And then we're going to do the same thing over there. Now that we've got the room over there, we'll do the same thing, and we'll have them go back to the platforms that will be underneath the station over there. So now that it's all opened up, we can do a lot of stuff with this now at this stage.
You think I could put the camera here?
Yeah, let me get this out of the way. If you want to just look at it as they come under,
Yeah.
right under there. Yeah, you can put it. For now, until I get tanks and stuff, you can
Right.
put it right there. But then if we make that all the way back, we might have some spots where you can do that still too.
Yeah. Looky there.
Does it look nicer?
Oh,
Oh, yeah,
it's
now you can
really
really see
nice.
it coming out from underneath.
Yeah.
Okay, let's. I'm not sure what I still have powered up. We'll find out. Okay, so I got the auto train.
Train.
We'll bring it in and we'll stop it under the station and we'll see what the other one is that we have going. It may be the Surfliner, I don't remember, or it's going to be the CPKC. Right about here is where we're going to put our fuel arms. So, well, about like right here, so they can stretch to the tanks. Nope, yep, that's the Surfliner. I think I'll leave the auto train where it is for right now. And I think I'll swap out the auto train for the CPKC. We'll just let it run for a while, it doesn't have to stop at stations. So we did quite a bit on this today by cutting that apart. I don't have too much in the way of, oh, we're on the wrong one. Back him up. I don't have too much in the way of repair work to do, a lot less than I thought I was going to have to do taking those apart. So that's pretty good. Oh, yeah, that's much better without that bridge there. It sounds like the wheels on the CPKC are dirty again.
No,
So it's not flickering. Yeah. I don't know. I want to try changing out the power pack. See if it's different. This one. The passengers don't pull the kind of weight this pulls. That's a difference. There's a,
Crochet Lady says the head and ditch lights are nice and bright. Did you clean the track?
no, I haven't done any track cleaning lately. I'm going to have to here pretty soon.
Yeah, it's the other power pack. Not having to put much power to this at all, and it's plumbing as good as the other one did. So, there we are. We were planning on doing a live stream today, but we wound up going ahead and cutting that apart because it's been bothering me. I was just wondering if it was gonna cut apart okay. And it did. So, I'm good with that. We'll let this run a couple more times around. And then I think we're probably gonna stop the live stream because I need to get stuff cleaned up in here, and you don't need to see me doing cleanup. So little bits went flying everywhere when I was cutting things apart. So if you like what you've seen, you want to continue to see this, because this is gonna go fast now. The upper deck, the upper elevated track, I mean, everything's pretty much here. I've only got to put together maybe 6 sections. 6 of these sections like this size right here. So I don't have that much to have left to do. Yeah, you can definitely hear a few spots on the track that are dirty.
Rock fan says, looks really good, your hard work is paying off.
Well, thank you. And it's really hot in this room today too. We're 90s outside with heat index over 100. And this room is farthest away from the air conditioner, so when we have it on in the house, this room gets really toasty. So I'm gonna shut everything down here pretty quick. Wait till this evening. Tuesday night we'll get together. Hopefully Tuesday night I'll have all the rest of everything cut. The curve coming around up over here, done. Along here, finished. Maybe those buildings pushed back. So hopefully we'll have pretty much the upper thing finished. The great thing about this is I'm going to create a little control panel for just like right here. I'll be able to catch all the switches to send this over to the yards and to go through the inclines to where I can just send, like this guy right here who could be up on these upper tracks in about 5 minutes after working his way through the yards and hitting the incline.
Okie says, hey, we put a lot of time into this project too.
Yeah, you guys have. It's just really hot in here today. I'm just, yeah, I'm gonna need a. All right, so let me get the other ones brought on around. Hopefully today I'll remember to cover them. I forgot to cover them. Staying on the tracks here, I forgot to cover them Friday, but I'll do it today. So we did get a lot done. Well, now when I mean getting most of it done within a couple days, that's not counting making the deck bridge parts. That's just getting these supports finished. Doing those deck things is going to take a lot of time, because especially doing the curves. I'll have to do a lot of just really nice, careful measuring on that. And it's not, in addition to the measuring, there's a lot of irregularities with these curve sections that we made that I'll get there, but it's just going to take a little bit to do that. I just want to get the actual supports done. The the main framework done, the lower framework done. I just really like to have that finished. Oh, Gabe, grab the, I'll come around one more time. Grab the phone.
Yeah.
Camera, and look at it as it goes through here without the bridge. How this is, how
Yeah.
this has really changed everything now. It'll come around and just follow it. And you'll be able to see why this was another big choice to do this.
Mhm. That looks so much better.
Uh-huh. Right here.
Get it ballasted and stuff.
Yeah. And you can see how nice and open that is. And we won't have anything really taller than those towers right there that they'll be running through. So you'll be able to watch the trains coming through here nice and easy now. So it was a good decision. It was a good choice. All right.
Alrighty.
So everybody, I think we are done for the day. Like I said, it's too hot in here. But I really love how that looks now. You have all this beam work and everything, and then the decking up here and the handrails. It's going to be really good. So now it's just a matter of finishing up, bringing it on around. But I've got all the parts for it, so I can get it done. So then by Tuesday, we get together that night. We should have it pretty well finished.
Algoma Central says hi.
Well, hey there. And I'm going to get to painting off all these little details too here over this next week. All the air conditioning details and everything. I got to get all the supports taken off on that and get all that painted and put up here and put my little handrails on and get this thing finished up. Get the glazing in it. So I think we're good. All right, everyone. So thank you for stopping by today. And I hope you enjoyed it and you got to see a huge thing get done on here. So
Crochet Lady says, looking good. See you Tuesday. Adios.
see you then. All right, everyone. Have a good rest of the weekend. Enjoy your Sunday. If it's Monday where you are, I hope you have a good Monday. So we will see you on Tuesday. So take care. Thanks for watching.